NewsNation, 6 March 2023, Finding Chinese Spies on Social Media. According to national security experts, foreign adversaries recruit spies and steal trade secrets from American workers using popular employment sites like Indeed and LinkedIn. The new approach has given intelligence services in nations like China the ability to target thousands of individuals working in a range of fields, including those who don't have access to sensitive government data. According to Miriam Grace MacIntyre, Executive Director of the National Counterintelligence and Security Center, spies are now targeting a variety of individuals who are not spies, average Americans, NCSC. MacIntyre and Alan Kohler, the Deputy Director of the FBI Counterintelligence Division, spoke with NewsNation about the issue and what to watch out for. How significant are a problem of Chinese spies? It can be challenging to locate foreign operatives online and even more difficult to prosecute them in the United States. This makes social media spying a relatively low-risk, low-cost endeavor. Because of this, it is difficult to determine how frequently foreign enemies target Americans online. According to MacIntyre, the Chinese government has been charged with targeting tens of thousands of individuals. It could be dangerous for national security if even a tiny portion of those individuals fall for the scam. According to Kohler, foreign adversaries only need 1% of individuals to agree with them before they have an extensive communication network. What are socialistic media formats fragile? According to MacIntyre, any social media platform could target specific users, but LinkedIn has gained popularity partly because it offers more business information. Several espionage cases that originated on LinkedIn have already resulted in convictions for federal officials. In 2019, Kevin Mallory, a former CIA officer, was given a 20-year prison term for conspiring to provide the Chinese government with defense intelligence after being approached on the website. The first meeting started a series of events that led to Mallory giving China access to confidential information in return for thousands of dollars. Law enforcement has, in some instances, linked specific probes to Chinese spies. A Cincinnati-based employee of General Electric received a LinkedIn invitation to talk at a Chinese university in 2017. Once there, the employee was presented to Yanjun Chu, an intelligence officer for the Chinese government, who pressured him to give information on particular designs. The Chinese paid for the trip, which he eventually took. With assistance from Belgian authorities, the FBI took control of communications when the employee returned to the United States and ultimately apprehended Xu. Xu received a 20-year prison term in November of last year. Who are Chinese spies targeting? The victim's profile may change based on which nation is being targeted. Foreign adversaries frequently prioritize hiring professionals with some degree of classified clearance from the U.S. government. In other instances, foreign intelligence services will look for individuals with specialized knowledge relevant to that nation's national interests. Suppose you have expertise in one of the critical technologies listed in China's 5-year plan. In that case, you can bet that the Chinese intelligence apparatus will target you through social media sites, according to Kohler. According to MacIntyre, the tactic of picking on members of the private sector is a comparatively recent development. She recalled that 20 years ago, accessing government information was the primary goal of espionage. But now, every sector of American industry is under attack. According to MacIntyre, North Korea, Iran, and the Russian government are also engaged in this kind of cyber activity. How can a person determine if they are being targeted? If you believe you are being targeted on social media, there are a few things to look for. Be wary of anyone you interact with on social media which appears to be hurrying to find information. Study anyone who claims to be affiliated with a business or think tank with little to no information accessible should be taken with a grain of salt. Incisive inquiries: be wary of social media accounts that link and then bombard you with questions about niche details. They'll present that individual with a chance that is hard to refuse, predicted MacIntyre. For instance, an all-expenses-paid trip or a high-paying new job can all be alluring to people, but once they get that person over to their country to agree to do that, those people are frequently put in risky situations or are under pressure to divulge information that they shouldn't divulge, said the author. According to experts, it is best to abide by the proverb, if the deal seems too good to be true, it probably is. What is the USA doing in response? According to Kohler, the FBI prevents foreign influence on social media sites through 3 different methods: traditional intelligence gathering, operations, and probes. Interacting with social media firms to assist them in comprehending the dangers. Educating the people about the risks and potential red flags. Foreign enemies can now target people from the safety of their own country, often with just a few clicks of a button, as opposed to earlier decades when they would gather information physically. Because most of the nations from which they operate are not likely to be friendly toward FBI involvement, Kohler noted that it could be challenging to affect some of these players abroad. Public awareness is, therefore, particularly crucial, according to Kohler,